look at the heights. I guess my whole point is look at the fucking heights that I've reached. Look where I'm at now.
Look what you've done.
Look where we came. We started from the bottom, and now I'm here with light-skinned celebrities like myself. And what a mitzvah it is for true light-skinned guys from opposite side of the world to finally got what they fucking had coming to them.
For sure.
You know.
And I'm glad that someone's finally paying attention to Light Skin Month, and because everyone gets it's Black History Month, or and then the other 11 months are White People Month, right? Well, where are we gonna be at?
Yeah, this is true. Where the fuck where we fit in here, And I'm always at odds with, I don't know if you know this, but I'm in a group of guys on Instagram of black MMA fighters. Mm-hmm. And they was kind enough to include me, even though I'm Brazilian, I'm not from America or whatever. So it's basically a light-skinned versus a dark-skinned group. And you have, like, on one side, you have people like me and Eric Anders.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, you have, like, Gene Chalmers and King Mo and shit like that. And we go at each other daily, just killing each other about the other side. It's like Crips and Bloods. It's like the North and the South.
Well, jump me in.
Yeah, I'm gonna, we could use another light-skinned brother. Sometimes me and Eric Anders, we need some backup there because they like to, they can be very, those dark-skinned guys can be very, very unforgiving when it comes to the stuffs.
Yeah, well, I got your back. Let's go.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so now let's get back to your story here. So now we back in high school. What era are we talking about? What year you graduated high school?
06.
Oh, 06, porra. You know what year you fucking Uncle Renato graduated high school? Even though I look like I'm 16, I graduated 1993, my brother.
Holy shit. I was 5.
Mm-hmm. You was 5. And I was out there doing my fucking thing out there when you was just a little shit. So what kind of music you was listening to at that time?
Probably just rap music and a little bit of country because it's Nebraska.
So what kind of? So I don't know much about country. The only country shit I know is from the documentary series, animated series called Tales from the Tour Bus. Yeah, you seen that shit? Oh, caralho! It's the guy Mike Judge. He have like he create Beavis and Butthead and King to the Hill. Yeah. And all that kind of stuff. This guy have like an animated series where it's like behind the music, but he do the animation. Yeah. And it's about, the first season is all country music, mm-hmm. and then the next season was all funk music, like from the 70s, early 80s. Oh, caralho, Hick James, all this shit. But I'm not even interested in country music, and this shit was even entertaining to me. So find that show. It's on Cinemax. It's called Tales from the Tour Bus. All my Laranjinhos out there, watch that shit. It's funny as fuck.
Yeah, I'll have to jump on there and check it out.
Oh my god! But so I'm not much of a country guy. But in terms of hip hop, what was your hip hop guys?
I mean, pretty much anything from like the late '90s and the 2000s. I was a big Juvenile fan. Obviously, like.
Okay, so in Nebraska, it's going to be more of that southern vibe.
For sure.
Even though it's not in the south.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
They probably, I would imagine it's more of a country vibe than more of a New York vibe.
Right.
Yeah. So you're going to be listening to Juvenile, Master P.
For sure.
All that kind of shit.
For sure.
Okay. And did you think he was kind of like a thuggish, huggish bone, or did you thought what kind of guy? Who did you fancy yourself like? You know how we all like people perceive us one way, but we all think we a tough guy,
right.
Or we think
I'm more like
this guy. What kind of?
More like Young Buck, like a Young Buck type of guy.
You was like Young
yeah.
Buck. Interesting choice. Young Buck, of all people. He stabbed the guy at the Saucer War.
Yeah.
Fucking Young Buck. Shout out to Young Buck.
New shit lately is something good.
No, I haven't been checking for the new Young Buck. But because of you, maybe I'm gonna give Young Buck a chance. And if you're the Young Buck and you're listening, call into the studio right now. Even though the shit's not live. He's never gonna get a chance, but anyway. I got a picture. So you was listening to that kind of shit, and did you like did you have enough money for a car? You was taking the bus or hiding a bicycle?
No, it's a pretty small town, so you could pretty much walk wherever you have to go. But I drove my first car was a 1987 F-250 long box.
My brother, I don't even know what that means. That's a pickup truck?
Yeah, it's a big ass truck.
Okay. F-250 long box.
Yeah.
That's some Nebraska type shit.
Nebraska
I'm sure my Laranjinos out there know what the fuck you're talking about, but I don't know what. And I just know that one that's like a hawk. It goes like a hawk. Oh, like a hawk.
Yes.
But I like that shit. Well, who is that? That's the Silver Bullet Band, and that's your boy.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but I think that's actually the Chevy commercial.
Yeah, but they took from him. And you know, we're so used to that being a fucking
a car commercial.
It's Bob Seger.
Yeah.
We're so used to that being a car commercial that they ruined the song because that was not a fucking car commercial.
Right, it's an actual song.
That was just like talking about like your bottom bitch, you know, like
right.
She's like a hawk, you know, like that's your, you know, she's like a hawk. And he's the one who have like little small. You know that one?
Yeah.
Coming about a night move. Yeah, I like that song.
It's a good song.
Yeah, that remind me of what it's like to be back in Nebraska.
I'm telling you, you're going to have to come to Nebraska sometime.
Well, maybe, you know, would he kill you to have me out for a fucking seminar one of these days?
Come on out.
Well, what's your gym over there? Lionheart Fitness?
No, it's called Skywalker 101.
What the fuck that has to do with anything? I thought you like Young Buck, not True Life.
It's not my gym. I don't own it.
You don't own a gym?
What? No.
Boy, we gotta help you. I gotta have you a whole like a chain of fitness gym, and we're gonna come off with like Bang Ludwig. He have like a whole system. Dwayne Bang Ludwig. We gotta have the Lionheart system, all that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, let's win a title first.
Well, okay, my brother, but we're working on that. God,
yeah.
We're gonna put some capoeira in there. We're gonna grow your hair back. Now, did you cut your hair? I'm interested in your hair. Now, did you ever had like chemicals in there? Did you ever put like a Jerry curl or anything like that?
No. I did like the kid and play flat top for a while.
Oh, please send me fucking pictures like that.
I can do that.
To have a picture of you with a fucking high chop fade with oh my goodness. Give me everything you got.
I got you.
I want to see, because the thing is, like, I know people that like your fighting style, but I mean, forget about you being light-skinned black. A lot of people don't even know shit about you, period, you know? They know that you're a respectful guy. They know that you know, I know people who hoot for you. People don't know enough about you. I'm sure some people know some shit about you, but it's like, so when it came to fighting, so now when did you become a skilled fighter? When did you start to know, like, okay, beyond hustling for college, for high school, how you got into, like, how you found Jiu-Jitsu?
I actually started fighting before I even started training.
No shit.
Yeah.
And how this came about?
Man, the sport wasn't sanctioned, you know, in Nebraska. So there was like just amateur fight nights, and all you had to do was sign up, and they just matched you up, and you just fought in some bullshit auditorium.
What was it in you that made you have to see that you had to test yourself like that?
I don't know. I just seen it, and I was like, I seen like the flyer for it, and I was like, well, I'm gonna do that shit. So I just started fighting.
Wow.
Just off of.
I'm just gonna do that shit.
Just gonna do that shit.
Was you known to be a guy who could fight? Like, I mean, aside from sticking up for yourself, like, did you got into a lot of scraps, like in high school?
Yeah,
and shit?
Yeah, a lot.
So it was kind of like something just like you was known to be a tough guy.
Yeah, no one was surprised.
Okay. So they said, okay, Smith. And did they call you Lionheart back then, or when?
No,
that
came like probably my 8th or 9th amateur fight. The announcer just started calling me that because I was getting my ass kicked like Lionheart did in the movie, like Van Damme did in the movie. But I would.
Oh, so it came from Lionheart, the movie? Oh, that's perfect. I love that fucking movie.
But it was the same thing. You know how he would be losing the whole fight and then pull out some crazy shit at the end. That's how it was, man.
Yeah.
Once I started training jiu-jitsu, I wasn't very good, but my jiu-jitsu was good. So they just kicked my ass, and then we'd be on the ground, and I'd catch some crazy submission at the end of the fight and win.
Oh shit! Yeah. Now, was you wearing like jeans and a jean shirt?
No.
Like maybe Lionheart?
No. But back in those days, people were fighting in gym shorts and boiling by mouthpieces and shit.
Of course. Yeah, I talked to who the fuck I talked to? I talked to a couple of fucking guys, but Matt Brownie has some funny stories about fighting in ghetto ass situation. That's one you should listen to too. That's a funny podcast there. That guy, he's a funny because he sounds like Sling Blade. Yeah. Ironically, he never even seen the movie, but whatever. So, caralho, okay, so now you're getting good, you're doing some fucking, just tough guy competitions and shit like that, and then how you got to the point where people said, okay, porra, now this guy, there's something special about this kid, he could do this for him.
Probably 6 months before I made my pro debut. It was in like 2008 or 2007. I was just getting good. Like, I lost my first 4 fights as an amateur or something like that, and I just started training really, really hard, and I fell in love with jiu-jitsu, and then I didn't lose again. I won like 18, 19 in a row as an amateur, and then...
wow. It's not too shabby. He remind me of myself.
And most of them by submission. And then I turned pro in 08, and I think everyone kind of knows the story after that. It's just kind of up and down, and I kind of find my groove for a little while, and then I drop a couple, and it just how life is, man. Sometimes it gets you by the balls.
I know. I mean, God, a lot of up and down I've had with female and stuff like that. Fortunately, I never had an opportunity to lose a fight, but some. Okay, so then finally, because I feel like I was hearing a lot about you, and I was, from day one, I can't remember which fight it was, but I guess it was Strike Force.
Yeah.
That I first saw you, and I said, God, I like this kid. I don't know what it was about you, but I was like, something about the way that, I can't even put my finger on it now, but what the fuck is going on here now? Turn the TV.
Sorry, no, it was, I got some family over, and the door opened.
Well, tell them to close it.
I shut it, just for you.
Okay. Yeah, shut them out. What have they did for you lately? They're just probably looking for a hand.
Maybe. You never know.
You said they was out. Yeah, you said they was out getting pizza and stuff like that. Well, guess who's gonna be the one footing the bill?
Right. Guess who paid for it?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Lionheart.
Yeah.
We're gonna call you
Lightheart
because of you
light-skinned heart.
Because you light-skinned. Yeah. Or we're gonna do a sitcom after all is said and done. We're gonna do like a sitcom, like Everybody Love Heyman kind of thing, and it's gonna be called Lightheart.
I love it. Let's do it.
And you're gonna be a dad that's trying to figure out how to pay the bills, and he have like CGE, and his life is fucking falling apart and stuff like that. But never mind that. So now you're here, you're in the UFC. It's funny because I remember, and now let's cut to me and you in the avocado room of the Fox Sports Studios, and we're sitting there with Bisping and Florian and Karen Bryant and all that kind of shit, and we're watching this John Jones versus Gustafsson, and you was chomping at the bit, I remember, and you was like sitting there like, I want next, and then not 15 minutes later, I'm out there watching you on the satch. And, I saw this fucking thing materialize where, you took your shot. You said, fuck it, I'm going to ask. You said, hey, how about fighting me? I'm headed to dance on whatever fucking date that was. And to my surprise, he said yes, And so I was right there watching when that moment materialized. So I was like, wow, this is like history. This is here light-skin history in the making.
and we're gonna it's gonna be huge, man. We're gonna change the whole scene, man. It's gonna be the biggest upset in history. We're gonna shock the world, and I'm gonna put light skinned motherfuckers on the map.
That is correct, because
it's gonna be me, you, and Drake. It's gonna be on like the Mount
well,
Rushmore
Drake is already fucking up. Drake is already fucking up though with the young girls and stuff. He's gonna end up like H. Kelly, so let's not associate with him just yet.
We'll see. We'll let him figure his shit out first, and we'll just put me and you up there.
Yeah, maybe we can put somebody else, somebody, I don't know.
It's a good one.
Okay. So now, so you're gonna shock the world. It's like, it's almost like when fucking Muhammad Ali shocked the world. He was light-skinned, and he was beat a big, dark, unbeatable champion in Sonny Liston.
Yeah.
And nobody thought he could did it either. So we're gonna shock the world.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this fight. I think everybody, no matter if they're a fan of you or a fan of John Jones, I feel like everybody is fucking dying to watch this fight, because there's drama, there's mystery. It's like, for the first time, I feel there's somebody who's fighting. Nobody knows. Only my God knows what's gonna happen in the fight. But for one of the first time, you actually seeing a guy fighting John Jones who is not scared of the guy, and it's like, that's a very important stuff.
It is, and it's not an act, man. I know that.
No, I can tell, and I know the difference, because I remember one of the stuffs I used to say about even though Mike Tyson was always a great champion, was one of the greatest of all time. I always remember, I felt like, even though he was better than these guys, he had them already beat. And I remember I was the only people back in the day when I watched that fight. I was watching in my place when I lived in New York City. I was watching at my apartment, and it was the fight between him and Evander Holyfield. And I was the only one at my apartment, and probably like 6-7 people in there, who said that Evander was going to win. And whatever the fuck it was, Evander Holyfield, I don't know if it was Jesus Christ or whoever it was that made him believe that he could win, but it was the first person who was talking shit about him winning that I really believed it. I really believe he wasn't afraid. And I think that was a new experience for Tyson, because he was in there with someone who was honestly, truly not afraid.
I agree, and I think that's going to be the same shit, man. I think that for the first time in a very long time, and probably 7 or 8 years, John's going to be standing across from someone that he hasn't already beaten before they left the locker room.
Yeah. It's and you know what? Far be it from me to suggest that DC was scared of him or whatever. I want to take him out of the equation, because especially that last performance he had was incredible until he slipped on a banana peel. But even him, it's like, even though he's one of the toughest guys, one of the greatest of all time, I feel like even him, even if you don't want to call it fear, he come to the fight with baggage. With John Jones' baggage. And I feel like that shit is maybe heavy to carry on your shoulders. It's like you walk in there and there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of shit to prove, there's a lot of stuff mixed into the cake in that one. And I feel like this is kind of a unique situation between you and this guy.
And I did that on purpose, man. I'm not getting involved in the John Jones drama. I don't. I already said several times, I don't care about him as a person. I don't care what he does in his personal time. I don't care what kind of person he is. I don't care what PEDs he's on, man. I just want to fight, and I want my opportunity to take the title, and that's it. I don't care about anything else.
Yeah, exactly. Too bad he's not more light-skinned. You can imagine that it's like it's your dad who look like Grady or Head Fox, and you go, I want what's coming to me.
Mm-hmm.
And you go, hey, wait. Did you ever do any traditional martial arts?
No, I didn't. Started with Jiu-Jitsu.
You never got your ki or whatever?
No, none of that stuff. I started with Jiu-Jitsu.
I think maybe you should. I think maybe you should add some ki to your stuff.
I should? You think so?
It might just scare John. But before you go, I wanted to hunt down, because I'm gonna do this with the other light-skinned guests that we have on the same episode. We're gonna have Eric Anders also.
Another light-skinned
I don't know
great.
if it's gonna be another light-skinned great with, unlike you, he kept his hair, and he have that what they call good hair.
He's got the good hair, he does.
Yeah, but I gotta take him down to earth, because he thinks he's fucking God gift to women. This guy thinks he's the most gorgeous thing since sliced bread. I gotta fucking.
Well, you tell Eric. You tell Eric that I said that I think that he is great and that he's a fantastic fighter, but he's got to stop with the button-ups with no shirt underneath.
But how you know that that's not my style for Hakara? I think maybe he's a chip off the old block over here, because I like to put like a thin gold chain there.
Right in the hamburger meats.
That exact, but I trim the hamburger meat. Like I don't like to shave like the women shave their pussy nowadays. Every single woman seems to shave bald. But I prefer the women to have just a little bit of hair. You just show me something, because he remind me of like the old playboys and stuff I used to be. But so I like to keep my stuffs a little bit trim. But I like to let them know I'm still a man. That I'm still hot blood.
For sure.
Yeah, and I like to show a little bit of gold, to show how, that I'm got a lot of money.
You're balling.
And I like to wear, and that I like to wear expensive, imported cologne.
For sure.
It's not just the baby browns or the Egyptian cinnamon of the color of my skin, or
It's the whole package.
The perfect physique. You gotta have the accoutrement. You have to have all of that.
Absolutely.
Stuff, I'm a triple threat.
What?
I've got beautiful looks, a beautiful voice, and also I have a big dick.
Well, I hope that someday I can be half the man that you are. I hope.
Well, let's not get carried away, my brother.
All right, man.
But before we leave, I want you to tell me some of your greatest light-skinned heroes in history. Some of your greatest light-skinned inspiration.
Well, I think we talked about a couple of them earlier. I think Muhammad Ali is definitely one. I think that, you brought up T.I. I completely forgot about T.I.
That's one of your inspirations, your heroes?
For sure. Who doesn't want to live like T.I.?
Well, he's living good, but that chick of his and that having all those kids, that part that's for the birds. But and then who else we got? Some of the great light-skinned pioneers of history.
I don't know, man. Probably just Muhammad Ali. I never really connected myself with any light-skinned heroes when I was younger.
Well, can I introduce you to some that you maybe never knew?
For sure.
Was the same mixture that you
For
are?
sure.
What if I told you that Bob Marley was half white?
No kidding.
Yeah, but it's the reverse of you. His dad was a white man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. I could also tell you that Malcolm X, of all people, is not half white, but a third white.
No kidding. I didn't know that either.
His mom was half white, porra caralho.
So she was perfect.
Yeah.
She was the perfect mixture.
Well, yes, of course, the best of all world. That's why he was a great leader.
For sure.
But because that's one of the reasons why his dad would get harassed, because his dad was dark and full black, and his mom was light skinned, and they thought that his dad was fucking around with a white woman.
Yeah.
And no, for real, the Ku Klux Klan was tying him to train tracks and to cut him in half.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's some
heavy shit. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, but
Well, thank you for that. I didn't know that either of those people. That's awesome.
I would it is awesome. I mean, there's a lot of people that you would have no idea.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's either here and there, but sometimes when you caught in between two haces, and you don't look one way, but you don't look all the way another. It can be very frustrating, because you feel like you don't have a people. Yeah, you don't got a chim or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, and you don't even got another language to fall back on like a Puerto Ricans, you know.
Right.
You know, so it's like sometimes you're like, Carayo, what about us over here? And then, you know, you can start to remember there's a lot of people out there that people don't even know
Oh, yeah.
was, you know, cut from the same cloth.
Well, I'm glad you're bringing attention to it.
I am, and well, what a treat for you to meet one of the one you left out, which is probably the hero, probably my biggest hero and inspiration, but also probably yours. But you is so so baked into your life and your psyche and everything, you didn't even thought to remark about it. But guess what? Who you forgot? The one person you forgot that's maybe the greatest influence of all.
Renato.
There you go, your Uncle Renato.
There we go.
And so I want you to ruminate on that. I want you to light some Kwanzaa candle, and I want you to look at a picture of your Uncle Renato. I want you to put one picture of me by your wife's bedside, so she can also focus on what could have been, and your kids can fantasize what it would be to have me as the father.
Okay, I'll do that.
Kind of like my own children who always fantasize. What would it be like if Renato Laranja was in my life? You know? But we all, you know, nothing's perfect, my brother. But anyway, I want to say that it has been a real treat actually for myself, and it's been a pleasure to get to know you, and I would like to come out there and show my stuff to you students and your friends out there, and I'm not just talking about my dick or whatever. I'm saying my jiu-jitsu and my seminar to you folks out there. And you can tell James Krause, who I know you train with sometime, that cheap motherfucker didn't it's been about 3 years since Mississippi. He still never had me out to the fucking thing. You know, we did stuff together, and tell him to stop being cheap and have me out there.
I will. I'll how about I won't take 3 years. I'll make sure I get you here.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna be rooting for you, but win, lose, or draw, you got a fan for life, and I'm very proud of you, my brother, and I'm also proud to see somebody who's had some tough knocks and not let it to got him down, you know. And even though you got children that live with you, and it's maybe make it hard to sleep and make you to have maybe 3/4 less money than you would have had.
Yeah, that's no shit.
I'm still happy that you kind of made it.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it, and the pleasure was definitely mine.
Okay, my brother.
Thanks, brother.
I'm gonna catch you after, you know, I'm gonna check in on you before the fights and give you some more good luck. And now you got a lot of ingenious, a lot of my fans out there is gonna be fans of yours.
Perfect, man. I love it.
Okay, my brother.
All right, brother.
So tell everybody in Nebraska that I'm gonna come out there and to get heady. Hide your wife. Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
All right, man. Take care.
Okay. All right, my brother. Take care of yourself. Lionheart. I want you to subscribe. Subscribe. Hey, I'm not joking about that subscribing, okay?